Okay, so we're in Parshat Tzav. It's a parsha we read before Pesach, before Passover, and it continues with the temple sacrifices, but touches on chametz, on leavened bread. And this is my third book, which just came out, so I'm just gonna highlight a couple of parts from it. So we have to remember with Pesach, it's the story of our enslavement, that we too were once slaves. And as Dr. Martin Luther King reminds us, no one is free until we're all free. So every single year we jump back into this story and relive it as if we are being freed ourselves currently now. And the Baal Shem Tov says about Purim, which is before Pesach, that if one were to read the Megillah backwards, then they wouldn't have fulfilled it. And it's similar. The way that he explains that is that it's not that you're reading it literally backwards, it's that you're not reading it and understanding it as if the story is playing out now. And it's the same with Pesach. So redemption is when the light of universality shines. It's our task to usher in that revelation. This starts with our own sanctuaries and emanates from there, nullifying our own egos so the screens of separation start to fall. The Alter Rebbe teaches in Tanya that the root purpose of the entire Torah is to elevate and exalt the soul on high above the body. And only when we place primary importance of the soul above the body can the screens of separation fall between us and be replaced by unification and love, because it's the body that separates us and the soul that binds us. In Exodus and Shemot, when Hashem gives the commandment of Pesach, it's written, "No leaven, chametz, shall be found in your house for 7 days. For whoever eats it shall be cut off from the community of Israel." So it's stressing the importance of chametz and what that even means. And we're going to jump further into that. So chametz literally means leavening, that which causes bread to rise. And Chazal, our sages, teach us that chametz represents arrogance and the evil inclination, the Yetzer Hara. In Talmud Bracha, the Yetzer Hara is depicted as the yeast in the dough, puffing up a person's pride. So we're prohibited from consuming chametz for those 7 days. We're also obligated to search our homes in preparation for the holiday, collecting any leftover scraps or crumbs that might be hidden, and then we ritually burn the chametz before Pesach, and this is called bi'ur. The ritual primes us to spend Pesach ridding ourselves of our spiritual chametz, our arrogance and pride. It's important to face ourselves honestly as we do this, and like the practice of bi'ur, there comes a time to let our ego burn and to not let them hold us back any longer, so that we can strengthen our emunah, our faith that connects us to something higher than ourselves. I love this, the Yiratzon that we recite after burning the chametz. It reads, "Just as I have eliminated the chametz from my house and from all I possess, may it be desirable before you, the one who brings being into being, God to me and God to my ancestors, to rid me of the evil inclination. May I be privileged enough to have that urge burnt from the depths of my heart until it is no more than smoke. And so too may you, like the very wind of destruction, rid by fire all wickedness from the land." So matzah, it's the central symbol of Pesach. It's the antithesis of chametz. It's known as lechem oni, the bread of affliction, the bread of poverty. Matzah signifies the humility that comes with poverty. And so the obligation to eat matzah, it's only fulfilled if you eat it in humility. The matzah that the Israelites ate in Egypt was lechem oni, and so too the matzah that we eat over Pesach reminds us to be humble, to have this bitul hayesh, to negate and nullify all traces of ego, of self-centeredness, in order to transcend the illusion of a separate self. And I'll leave with this. It's no coincidence that matzah and chametz are both composed of the same letters. The only difference is that matzah is spelled with a hey and chametz with a chet. We see that the letter chet is completely closed from all three sides, symbolizing that sin crouches at the entrance, while the letter hey has an opening on the top, which means that there's always an opening above, indicating the possibility to return to the light. And as Chazal, our sages say, "Open for me as little as the eye of a needle, and I will open for you like the entrance to a hall." And Rabbi Nachman teaches that every person, even the most wicked, must find the one good point in themselves, and that one good point, however small, can bring them to merit and goodness itself. We see in Talmud Kedushin, just one single thought of self-improvement can change someone from a wicked person into a righteous person. So I pray that all the blessings that you're supposed to tap into for Pesach and the transformative power, that you're able to bring that in and transcend and connect to the infinite light.